Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Mary Jo from MaryjoesCreations. It's day 16 of Vlogmas. Yay! I'm exhausted. I've been working all day and it's late at night and I'm just want to show you everything that I've done today. I spent most of my time in the living room. As I told you in the previous video, I was trying to set up my living room for Christmas, and I brought up all the totes. I finally got the lights, and I set those up. I set up all the lights. I finished decorating my living room. And I put up all the ornaments on my tree. Now, I didn't get much crocheting done today, so what I did get done was this square, this square, yay, look how pretty, and this square. Those were my two squares for the day, and if you remember yesterday's video, I had done I started one of the sleeves. So I had done the green for the sleeve. And while I was editing yesterday's video, I did this part right here. And I also started the second sleeve. And this is how much I got done. Right here. And I think that we have made a good bit of progress. I just wanted to come on here and show you what I've done. And for me, today's Monday. So, you know, I did, like I said, I finished decorating my living room. And that was the biggest priority. In the morning, I spent time editing the video. And the video you saw today, I'm telling you, honestly, this Vlogmas is getting me so confused with the days. Because I'm filming a day ahead, and so it's just driving me crazy. But we're going to get through this. We're going to push through and get through it. And get shit done. We don't have much time before Christmas Eve, so I'm trying to get as much done as I possibly can, because I do have 2 baby blankets to finish, and I think 3 hats or 4 hats. I want to make another Christmas hat, and finish this sweater for myself so I can wear it on Christmas Eve. And finish the squares, which is, I think, what, the only things that are pressing. My friend did want me to make her, baby booties for her to give as a present. But I don't know if she still wants them. I did send her a text message, and I did a sample of the booty. I'll show you tomorrow. I'm not doing that today. But I did make a cute little booty, and actually I got the inspiration for that style. I was going to do a different style, but like a traditional, you know, little baby booty. But I decided to do it with a hexagon. And I think it came out so cute, but you'll see that in tomorrow's video. And it's just been crazy. It's been crazy. I feel exhausted and I'm overwhelmed, and I just don't know what else to do. But the living room is all clear, so I can go into the living room now and work on there. So that's what I'm going to do in the morning, once I probably edit this video, because I'm just super exhausted and there's no way that I'm going to be able to edit this video tonight. And tomorrow, my plans are to do my 2 squares, work on the blanket. Which one, I'm not even sure of anymore. Because I've been thinking, like, the one that I was just asked to make is going to be in this yarn. Not these colors, but this yarn, Big Twist. And it's going to be in shades of purple. And it's a thicker yarn, so it most like I know it's going to work up faster. I'm going to do it in a half double crochet, obviously, because I don't want any real gaps in the blanket, because again, it's for a baby. And with the half double crochets and a thicker yarn, and I like to use a 6mm hook. I like that chunky look to my stuff. I mean, obviously, it depends on what I'm making. My hook sizes that I use for the most part are between the 5, 5.5, and 6. Sometimes with cardigans, I do like to use a 6.5 because that's what I did with my Halloween cardigan, and I like the look of it. But I don't know what size I'm going to use for the blanket. So we're going to try and see how it looks in... I'm thinking, like, if I use a bigger hook, it'll definitely work up a little faster. But we're going to see. I might try and do it in a 7 just to see how it looks. And then if it doesn't look right, I'll go down to a 6.5, which I believe is what I'm using. No, I think I'm using a 5.5mm hook for that other one. But I'm not sure. Honestly, at this point, I can't even remember. I have so many projects going at the same time, and a few of them use different hook sizes. So it's kind of getting a little hard to keep track of what projects are being done with what hook sizes, and that's why I leave the hook with the project, so I know what hook I'm using. But I believe that baby blanket they were doing, and it's easy. I mean, I don't know why I'm looking in here. The hooks are in the living room or in my workroom at the moment. But I believe it's a 5.5mm that I'm using on that baby blanket, which I probably should have used the 6, but anyway, there's no going back now. That blanket is almost done, and I can't wait till it's finished. And it's going to be a big blanket. But anyway, we are going to... The plan for tomorrow is to work on the baby blankets, do the squares, and work on this hexie. I'm almost done with the red for this one, and then I'll be switching over to the multicolor. Now, what I'm going to do is, before I switch the multicolor to this one, I'm going to attach the red to this one and do the same thing. So I decided that I am going to work both sleeves at the same time. And that's just my preference, because I've tried doing it both ways, right? I've tried doing one sleeve at a time, and like the majority of mine, unless, like I've said, I think in previous videos, I'm working with a multicolor yarn where I don't have to snip and change colors. I'll work up, obviously, the whole sleeve with the same yarn. But if I have to cut yarn and tie it on and stop, then when it's like that, it's better for me when I do both sleeves at the same time. Because with my Halloween one and my fall one, that's what I did. I worked both sleeves at the same time. When I was done with that yarn on one sleeve, I would start on the other sleeve and finish that yarn, and then go and, work back and forth. And I got them both done. The one in my workroom that I was trying to do to put up on my website, and I think I've mentioned this before, but that one I did one sleeve entirely, and the other sleeve I haven't finished yet. So, but there's a lot of factors in that too, as to why it's not finished. But I just think that for me, it works better when I work both sleeves up at the same time. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. As soon as I'm done with this red yarn, I'm going to tie it on to the next sleeve, and I'm going to work that up. This yarn is the yarn that I used for the hat, so there's that much left. But I do have more skeins in my workroom, so that should be enough to finish the cardigan, and at least, I think, make another Santa hat. And I also want to make an elf hat. I believe I will have enough of this multicolored yarn to do an elf hat. So I would like to do that. And I might do my pattern with that one. I don't know yet. If you haven't noticed, the theme of these videos is literally flying by the seat of my pants. It's like every time I try to make a plan, it never works out that way. And I am getting to the point where I'm just going to try my best to do what I can. And if I feel like working on one blanket, I'll work on that one. If I feel like working on the other blanket, I'll work on that one. As long as what I need to get done gets done by the time I need it finished, I think that's all that matters. So, the agenda for tomorrow is the 2 squares, work on some of the blankets, which is the 2 baby blankets, which are the most important ones, and work on this. Once I get that done, I might not do it all the way. I might just work on it a little bit. If I decide that I want to work on the hat, then I'll work on the hat. I would say I'm just going to focus on the blankets and the squares and this, but my mind, unfortunately, does not work that way. It just doesn't. And every single time it feels like when I try to make a plan, it just goes to hell. So The only thing that I'm going to stick by is the deadline. I would prefer to have both blankets done by Friday. If I can do that, then I will be very happy. Now, it's going to be Tuesday when I start working on them again, which is not bad. And if I can get a significant amount done during the day on Tuesday on each blanket, like work on the one that's already started, at least finish that tiny little skein that's on there, and start the foundation for the other blanket, then I will be happy with that. And do some more work on this, and do some more work on and do the squares. So this video is not very long, and I'm sorry about that, because again, like, I don't know if y'all like the longer content, and I love to bring you the longer content, because I do like to bring you along and let you see what I'm working on all day. But unfortunately today I was not able to do that, because it was just a lot of my day was spent decorating, and I had to take paintings down and swap them out, because I do paint. I haven't painted in a while, but I do paint, and I have them on my walls in the living room. The walls in here too. I don't know if you could see, but the one above me, I did that. And I have some that are like not so much Christmas, but Christmas themed. They're done with fluid art, which is the pour paint, the one that's very liquidy. I made some vases and I covered those in paint, and I did that on the canvas. So when the paint went down the vase, it went onto the canvas, and so those are interesting. But I will show you that. I will show you my living room in tomorrow's video. I will show you what I decorated. I'll show you my tree. And we will be in the living room, and we will be working on the blankets. Once I edit this video in the morning, we will start working on the blankets as soon as I can. And hopefully we can start filming earlier, because I'm getting a little delirious at night, and it's just like, I don't want to make videos like that. So I think we're going to end this video here. I'm going to give you a quick oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to just count and see how many centers we have left in our little bucket. That one came out too loose. And then tomorrow we will pick out the two new centers that we're going to use and do those 2 squares. So that's really what is the most important thing to do, right? The squares, the blankets, and this cardigan. And see how much we can get done by Friday, and then we can assess the rest of it. I think that's the best plan that I got right now. Oh, and then again, the hats don't take very long. You know what I'm saying? Like, hats take me about an hour, hour and a half to work up. So if that's all I have left to do, I'll be okay with that, because I can knock out a few hats in a day. At least 2 hats, on a slow day, 3 hats on a good day. The only thing I'm going to have to do tomorrow morning is take down the totes that I emptied and you know, like, I took out the Christmas decorations, but whatever was in my living room that I didn't want out, that I swapped for the Christmas decorations, I put in the tote. So that way there's more room. So those totes have to go into the basement. But that's, I think, the only thing that I have to do outside of crocheting. So I'm going to finish this corner here. And then we are going to, I'm going to show you the squares that are left, count those out, and then I think I'm going to end the video because it's just, I just couldn't give you more. I'm just so tired. But actually, you know what? Let's just finish this side completely and we'll cut off the red, and then this sleeve will be completely done. With this color. Not the sleeve itself be done, but the sleeve in this color will be completely done. So, here we go. And then we're going to cut off this yarn. And then tomorrow we will work on the second sleeve and get the red done on that one. My scissor. Okay. And this is what it's looking like so far. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that looks pretty. And now we're going to do the multicolor on this one. I think that looks nice. I think that's going to be a nice Christmas cardigan. But let's show you the squares and let's count them out. And then we'll finish off by just showing you one more time what we've done. And then we will end this video. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, well, that went flying. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so we have 18 squares left. Is that right? I don't know anymore. But in the morning or sometime tomorrow, we will do the next squares. Yeah, because I'm a day ahead, right? I'm telling you, this whole thing, like, is just getting so confusing. But we have 18 centers left, which means we have 18 squares left to do. Yay! And then I can't wait. Honestly, I am so excited to put this blanket together. And I can't wait to show you all the squares when they're done. So today we made this square and this square, and we did, I don't know which one this is. I don't know if this is the one I was working on last night or if that one was the one I was working on last night. I don't think it really matters, but we added on 2 rows to the square that we did yesterday. And then we did the other square. I mean, I keep saying squares. It's a hexie. We added on 2 rows to the hexie that we did yesterday. And that's this is probably the one we started with, but anyway. And so we have another hexie that we did the centerpiece, the red multi, red, white, and green multi, and then 4 rows of the red. And that's what we got done. Now we're going to tie the red onto here, and we're going to do the red on this one so it matches. And then once we're done with the red on this, we'll attach the multicolor and then go all the way around. And that's what we're going to do. So and now that I'm thinking about it, the way I normally do it, not that it matters, but this is probably the second square, hexie. Because what I normally do is, I did the hexie, right? And then I did the other hexie starter, and then I did the green. And then I did the other green. I mean, it really doesn't matter. They look the same. They are the same. It doesn't matter which one is which. But I really like the way it's showing up on camera. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I mean, it really is just so pretty. And I can't wait to see what it looks up all worked up together, you know? Actually, is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. Isn't that just so pretty? I like this side better than this side. I don't know why. But anyway, if you've stuck around this long, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm so sorry that this video was short, but it's been a long day, and I need to go to sleep. So, if you've stuck around this long, I'm assuming that you liked the video. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out. Hit that subscribe button. If you want to know when I'm on, just hit that bell, and it'll send you a notification when I'm on. And if you really did like this video, hit that like button. And you can always send me a message, put a comment down in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. To my favorite, not favorite, but to my very loyal subscriber that's out there, you know who you are. Hi. Thank you so much for coming every day and leaving me a message. It's really inspiring, and I hope I inspire you as well. And that's all I really want to do with this channel, is just inspire someone. I will have better content in the future. And it'll be really good once, you know, this whole Vlogmas is over and I'm not thoroughly confused all the time and exhausted. But thank you so much for stopping by. I will see y'all tomorrow. And if you want, you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I haven't posted there recently because of this whole Vlogmas situation, but I just haven't found the time. But I will be doing that too. And thank you so much, all of you, for supporting me. It truly means a lot to me. And all I ever wanted to do with this channel was to make someone feel not so alone, and let every one of you know that regardless of what disability you might have, You're perfect just the way you are. And I am here to help you. Not that I'm a professional or, that I know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm willing to help you as a beginner with a beginner's perspective in doing things that have helped me continue to crochet and to build my skill and to, be able to make pretty things. So if you like it here, I hope you stick around. And that is all I've got for you tonight, guys. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.